Get over here!
So, this is a bit of a sticky wicket.
It's a bit of a sticky wicket.
I haven't used that term in a while. Yeah. I'm willing to just take this guy out with a simple weapon.
Yeah.
And just... That's... Oh my god, that's so nerve-wracking.
There's so many things.
Why? Why is this a thing? I'm gonna take that one guy out, and then just let the rest come through.
This has gone a bit pear-shaped, didn't it?
Dare I say, this is the opposite of the bee's knees, wasn't it?
I'm sorry for English people that they have to deal with Americans doing bad English accents all the time. I encourage you to do bad American accents.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, there's this one TikToker, again, I'm going back to TikTok here. There's this one TikToker who's like who's a Brit.
Yeah.
But like he visits America on the regular, and like his whole thing is just like making fun of, but also kind of like finding humor in the differences between Brits and Americans, and it's actually really funny, and he presents it in a really charming way.
Okay.
So like I always found that amusing.
Did I ever tell you about I don't know if I told you this story or if I told the internet this story, but when I was in this one show, I did Legally Blonde, the musical, at Cedar Crest College, because it's an all-girls school. So
I do remember you did that. I don't think I came to watch it, though.
it's an all-girls school, so they had open auditions for men from outside the school.
Right.
And I played Emmett Forrest, and it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Legally Blonde takes place at Harvard, and Emmett says very specifically that he's from Boston.
Yeah.
And the director told me, like, I don't need you to get a Boston accent, but I do need you to get rid of your Pennsylvania accent. And
I remember this story!
And it's the first time I've ever had to confront the fact that I have a Pennsylvanian accent.
I remember this story!
Everybody has an accent, but you normally don't think about it.
Yeah, for real though.
With Pennsylvania, a really big one is long A vowel sounds in the middle of... So, when we talk about a man, we say a man.
Oh, yeah.
And
I actually do recognize that.
I'm like, oh, thanks, man. And it's a little different than, like, Philly also has its own, like, dialect and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, like, I can't tell you how much I despise the idea of referring to everything as John. Oh,
Try that when your name is John.
Ay, madre
And it
mia.
sounds like people are saying your name all the time.
Oh man, I imagine so. That must aggravate you to no end.
But it was especially tough for this character Emmett, because
Yeah.
one of his big songs is called Chip on Your Shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And the beginning of it, he's like, okay, let me get this straight to Elle Woods.
Mm-hmm.
And it has that sound that should be an sound.
Uh-huh.
So many times right at the beginning, he says, you came out here to follow a man. Harvard Law was just part of that plan. Man, what rich romantic planet are you from?
And suddenly it's like you're saying man with a plan.
What rich romantic planet are you from?
Oh my lord, I see how that can get annoying.
So it was like,
wow.
you don't need to learn Boston, but you sound so not Boston right now. I'm like, oh my god, I do.
Oh my god, that's actually really funny, not gonna lie. See, the funny thing is, like, people say, like, oh, like, that's your typical casting, like, you know, mentality, right? Like, people cast, like, per people for their ability to speak a certain way, especially in voice acting. I still remember when we did Assassins, that's kind of the big reason you guys, cast me as Angara.
Yeah, because Zangara is Italian, and even though you've never spoken Italian, we figured that was a dialect you'd be able to pick up better than most.
Yeah, and yeah, no, you were actually very much correct, because like Italian is in the same like language same sort of like language category as Spanish and French. They're romance languages.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like honestly, it was actually really cool learning that one monologue in Italian.
Yeah.
Which was like...
I wish I could remember it, but...
I remember the first part was, por favore la supplico.
Please,
I beseech you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's a part where... Assassins is a really interesting show, guys.
It is.
But there's a part where all of the characters basically are coming together and trying to convince this other character to do the thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got knights we got generals coming in from the south, so we should watch that.
Yeah.
I have Sade lighting that place up with a torch in case we need to start making a game plan.
Yeah, so we got all of our treasures, so now might be the time to fall back to the throne room. We only have like 3 turns left after this.
We'll have to see.
I think this is turn 9, so we'll have 4 turns left.
Keep doing what you're doing, Gilliam. You missed on a 93. I mean, I'm fine with that at this point, but you missed on a 93,
I've never been so happy to see a miss on a 93.
I am fine with that.
Yeah. I'm fine with that, too.
Yep.
That Riev can't figure out how to use his range units.
Honestly, like, the way this is, like, forming, I am not entirely against the idea of just leaving them there.
The only thing is then we need somebody to deal with those generals coming in from the right side.
I mean, we have surplus units.
Yeah.
That are kind of just like, standing there.
We got Dussel, we got Joshua, we got...
Plus, they're going after those knights right now,
yeah,
so we might have the time.
That buys us some time.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna just go and heal.
Dude, this is embarrassing.
Is this the best that Rostin has to offer?
Getting secondhand cringe here.
Okay, so this guy didn't take any damage, and this guy, like, is still attacking Gilliam. I say we just stand our ground.
Okay. And I think Erica, Vanessa, Marissa...
can go up to the throne room just to make sure that those guys are alright.
Yeah, maybe Joshua also. He's not really doing anything here.
Let's get some vision over here. Yeah, nothing yet.
Yeah, so we got some time.
Yeah, Vanessa, Erica, Mur, and Joshua can be on the throne room duty.
But yeah, community theater casting is so interesting to me because of, like, you know, when you're casting something big and you have people are coming from around the world to be in a Broadway show or to be on a television show or something.
Yeah.
Then you can really try and find exactly what you're looking for. But in community theater, you're working with what you got.
Yeah, because, like, you're only working with, like, that paltry area of just this zone here, trying to get their foot in the door.
And in the case of Third Mask, it was very much like whoever we could, like, we had to go out and advertise for people to audition for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I enjoyed my time with Third Mask, not gonna lie. It was a really fun time.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but eventually, like, everyone kind of just, like, moved on to, like, greener pastures after a couple more shows.
Yeah. I was trying to do more of a professional career in theater then, too, so I don't have as much time.
Yeah.
To do Third Mask anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then... yeah, it was just Nick Conti and his brother Adam were kind of holding the fort. And they did, like, 3 more shows then.
Damn.
Because we started with Waiting for Godot.
Yeah.
Then we did Assassins. Then we did You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And after that, not counting some, like, little cabarets we did and stuff.
Yeah.
That was when I left. But after that, they did Seussical, which I, like, did a little bit of help with, but I was pretty much not involved.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, they did 3 more. They did a Sweeney Todd, they did a Chicago, and they did the Addams Family musical.
Oh, they did Chicago.
Yeah.
Nice. Fun fact, Chicago is Amber's favorite musical.
That's a good one.
Specifically, I will say, though, specifically because she adores the song he had it coming.
Cell Block Tango.
Yeah, Cell Block Tango, that's it. Yeah, like, we were talking a little while ago about, you know, what was a good musical that was put on, like, that was put to a movie or, like, on screen. I can't really speak to the whole entirety of Chicago because I didn't watch the whole movie. I watched the musical, I never actually watched the movie.
What's interesting about Chicago is that Chicago is actually a live taping of the show, but with enough thought put into how it was filmed to make it kind of work as a movie.
That's pretty fascinating, actually.
Whereas most movie adaptations of musicals are not done on stage. They're completely reworked to work as movies.
The reason I bring it up is because, like, again, I can't really speak to the entirety of Chicago because I didn't get a chance to watch, like, the, like, whole production movie-wise. I will say, however, Cell Block Tango, one of the best choreographed, like, musical pieces I've ever seen put on screen.
Yeah.
Like, damn, did they make that musical work in that medium. Fantastically done.
It's not one of my favorites. It wouldn't make, like, my top 50. Because I know a lot of musicals and I like a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good as Candor and Ebb's other big musical, which is Cabaret.
Oh, yeah.
But Cell Block Tango singularly is, like, up there as one of the greatest musical numbers ever.
Absolutely.
There's also this one I really like, that her lawyer sings when they're like, she gets a lawyer to come in to kind of, because she killed her husband.
Yeah.
That's why she's in jail. And she hires this, Billy Flynn, that's the name of the lawyer.
Okay.
And kind of the gimmick of Chicago is that a lot of the musical numbers are set in a kind of vaudeville style.
Right.
Like as if not just breaking into song, but breaking into vaudeville numbers for certain things. Which is supposed to kind of liken how, like, court proceedings and, like, big, like, court cases are actually kind of for the masses in our theatrical, and even though people's lives are in the balance, it's all about getting the public to like you.
Yeah.
So Billy Flynn comes in, and he's a lawyer, but he's also, like, a showman. And he sings this song when he's like, okay, we're gonna get your story straight, and this is the story we're going to tell in your court case, and we're going to make you out to be the victim in an abusive relationship. And it's this song called We Both Reached for the Gun. And in it, he's like, okay, just say exactly what I tell you. And in the song, they do it in the style like he is a ventriloquist and she is her puppet. His puppet.
Wow.
And they... So, like, they're asking her questions and her mouth is moving, but it's Billy Flynn singing, and they're... Who's Beth Paisley? My ex-boyfriend.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Why'd you shoot him? I was leaving.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I've never actually seen that number. Cool. Yeah, don't mind me, just kind of setting things up. Yeah, I'm actually, like, because they missed, like, both of their shots and, like, they're still alive, I'm fine just, like, keeping the wall here for now. I am willing to see how this plays out. We got 2 turns left.
Yeah, and as long as we can protect Pontifex Mansell over there. And the chorus is, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both reach for the gun, the gun. Oh yes, we both reach for the gun. And all the, like, people at, like, the press conference, like, join in. And by the end, he's, like, marionetting, like, the press conference, like, he's, like, taking control of the story.
Right. Yeah, that's fascinating. Oh boy, yeah, I'm a little bit, like, intimidated by all this. But I think we got this. Knock on wood. Hey, that's fine. Okay, no one around here yet. Yeah, we pretty much just have to stand our ground.
Yeah, and we got all the treasures, so...
Yep, it's just a matter of staying alive. Okay, there he comes. Staying alive. Way to hold your ground, Franz. Yeah, at this point they're going to be kind of doing the same thing down there, except with,
Yeah. Though I don't like all these hits we're taking on 50% odds.
No fooling.
And you didn't need to crit there, Garrick. Okay.
That's fine. Good. Good.
What do we got here, Garrick? HP skill. Oh,
Excellent
nice one.
level up.
Nice one. Yeah, I'm just wondering what that sniper's gonna do now.
Mm-hmm. He's probably gonna go after Franz. Good. Good. Yes. Keep that up. I was gonna say, hello.
Okay.
Excellently done. Yeah, what I have going here is that, okay, yeah, we got a couple of warriors here coming in.
Some Fire Emblem Warriors.
I will say, like, Fire Emblem Warriors Vanilla was horrible. Okay, not horrible, it was just...
Underwhelming.
Very underwhelming. Fire Emblem 3 Hopes was actually pretty good.
I think it was after Hyrule Warriors was, like, pretty darn good. I think it set the bar high for Fire Emblem Warriors, and...
It did. It really did.
Didn't quite meet expectation.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff, Sade.
The guy who voices male Shez in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Damien Haas.
Yeah.
He's on he's on Smosh a lot.
Oh yeah?
But he also recently booked. He's the lead character in that like Delicious Dungeon show that's on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to check that anime out actually.
Yeah, he's like the main guy.
I love it.
And he's a really funny guy. There's this one video on Smosh Games where they play Connect 4, or not Connect 4, they play Guess Who, but they removed all the phases. I know I showed you this.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
They play JRPG Guess Who.
Yeah.
So it's Guess Who with all JRPG characters, and they...
Mm-hmm.
like, does your character... And at first they're asking, like...
Legit questions.
Really objective questions of like, okay, does your character have white hair? Alright, is your character... And then they start just, for the fun of it, being more subjective, and they're like, okay, would your character be stopped for their outfit trying to get into the club? And they'd be like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Does this character look like they would watch NCIS on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that one.
Yeah, Edelgard watches Succession. She lives Succession.
That's true.
My favorite is the one other guy there who really likes JRPGs, Shane. At one point he says, "Is your character real?" And Damon's like, "What?" And he's like, "No, I mean, in the story, are they real? They're not like a dream?"
Yep.
Damon goes, "Oh, they are real." And Shane just flips down Tidus.
Yeah, and it's like, oh no, does she know? Nice dodge, Franz. Yep, and here you are not going to kill. Yes! I was admittedly a little scared of that 2% crit. Garrick can kill whoever he wants.
Don't mind if I do. That shield gets some serious airtime.
I know, right?
It's got healing.
Like, what are the aerodynamics on that?
Yeah.
Good, Garrick, good. Marissa?
Kill him.
Hell yeah! Do it. Pontifex Mansell. Do it. Now he'd be like, do it.
Do it! For the glory of Roston!
In the name of justice! Oh boy!
I've been fighting this guy for 5 straight rounds.
Well, this just got interesting. I just hope that doesn't screw us over.
Yeah, that opens the floodgates a little bit. Okay.
That's fine.
That was good, Ross. Okay, Riev, I just need you to be an idiot for one more turn.
Mm-hmm. Why couldn't I have been fighting this guy?
Good.
Yes! Yes, 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 yes!
Nice, stupid Riev.
Okay! Good stuff, Franz!
We would never hit on a 48%.
No fooling. Okay, look at that.
Just out of curiosity, can you check on our turn how much health Pontifex has?
Pontifex Mantle has 21 HP.
Yeah, I thought so. He's pretty squishy.
So what I'm thinking is we have a wall here, and these guys won't be able to get in. And they have lances. Joshua has a, he does not have a Lance Reaver.
No.
Still, we should be able to handle this just fine, actually. Oh, wait a second. Erica, can you? No, not quite. It was a thought.
Yeah, maybe if we used Sigland, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, even then, like, she can't reach the knight guy.
Yeah.
Okay, we do have to take this guy out for one more.
Yeah.
And then we just go from there.
Yeah, you want to do it with, like... Well, there's quite a few options we have.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here first.
Also, I hope no one's, like, hiding in the shadows in the upper right. Gonna just, like, walk in and attack Mansell.
Well, we can always just put someone here if that's, like,
Yeah.
a concern.
Yeah, if we get a chance, I'd like to do that.
Mm-hmm. First, I'm gonna do this. And we're gonna move the guys up one, so that they can just, like, you know, take these guys out. You know, Sade didn't get much of a chance to shine for a little while, but ever since we took him to the Tower of Volney, he's been performing.
Yeah, he's been doing consistent work.
Mm-hmm.
Before... I mean, you can do that, yeah. I was just thinking if you want, you can have Tethys on Sade to heal Franz before Franz moves up.
That's actually what I was going to do, yeah.
Alright. 1 brain cell.
Dude, when it comes to a lot of things, you and I share a brain cell. Like, for a lot of the time.
I loved so much when we were playing Bug Fables. And
Oh
there
my
was, like,
god, yeah.
like, the word boulder toss was on the screen, and we both at the same time go, the boulder! Same time, same inflection.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I gotta ask, because, like, this has been happening between Amber and I a lot. How much of a brain cell do you and, Allie share?
Allie and I dominate at any kind of game where it's, like, you have to guess what the other person is thinking.
Uh-huh.
If it's, like, let's say charades. We haven't played charades. But if it's something where, like, one person needs to express an idea to the other, we dominate.
Nice.
Pictionary, a lot of the Jackbox games.
Wow, this guy doesn't even damage Mer. Do you have an Axe Reaver? You do have an Axe Reaver. I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't hit us, so... Speaking of the boulder, I haven't gotten a chance to watch the new Last Airbender yet because...
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to check that out either. Not that I'm really all too enthusiastic to do so, if I'm being honest with you.
I'm enthusiastic for...
Ironic reasons?
For like, curiosity reasons, that I don't think it's gonna be all that great, but I think it'll be a great example of seeing, like, oh, so if you make this change in the story, what does that do to the rest of the story? I think it's going to be a fun, like, litmus test of adaptation. I don't think it's going to be...
You're not expecting it to be good.
I mean, it's got to be better than the Shyamalan movie.
That's a low bar. That's not a high bar.
It's not going to be as good as the original. That's a very high bar.
Exactly.
I didn't really need this series to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't think that, like...
So you could say it's, like, a bit of a sense of morbid curiosity?
Yeah. Because I also think, like, I've seen a lot of clips, and I've seen people, like, there's a clip of Ozai, like chastising Azula in one scene, and people are like, well, that's just not right. Like, Ozai would never do that. And, like, yeah, but this is, like, a new adaptation. Like, they can make it be whatever they want. So I'm less like, that's wrong, and more like, I'm interested to see if they carry that through to consistent characterization, or if they
I get it. So it's like, they can do things differently, but is that going to maintain the spirit of the original, or could this have just been something completely new?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And sometimes it, like, two of my favorite movies of all times are adaptations of comics, V for Vendetta and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
V for Vendetta is a great movie.
And both of them are very unfaithful adaptations of their original comics.
That is true, as a matter of fact.
But I think, one, they have great cinematography, and two, whatever they change, they clearly considered the, like, butterfly effect of what else they would have to change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that is true. I actually do agree. Like, I admittedly came into Scott Pilgrim vs. the World without knowing the context because I didn't really read the comics.
Same, I saw the movie before I read the comics.
But then I read the comics afterwards, and I was like, okay, you know what? This is kind of like a Marvel situation, where it's like, okay, you can still enjoy both. It's just like a different telling.
Yeah.
I can see that. It's actually kind of funny because we had that similar conversation regarding, did we never open this chest?
Whoops.
My bad. Oh my god, I'm so scared now of the comments screaming at us, Oscar, open the chest! Open the chest! What are you doing?
Nothing we can do.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out what that was.
I'm going to take the L on that one. That was my bad. Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. You know what, though? If that's the only loss we suffer in this chapter, I'll be happy. But that was just my bad.
That was a Fenrir.
We couldn't have used it anyway!
Yeah, so... Oh, totally planned. Totally... We didn't even want Fenrir. Ralston can keep that one.
Yeah, what's Ralston doing with a dark tome like that?
Maybe Riev left it behind after he was excommunicated.
Riev is a bishop!
Oh, yeah, he is a bishop.
Yeah, he uses aura!
Yeah, but he still studies dark stuff.
Fair enough. Anyway, speaking of dark... moment of truth, last turn. Here we go.
Ha.
Appreciate the effort, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Thank you for being our courier, though.
Yeah, Vanessa did good work this chapter.
Absolutely. Garrick!
And that shield with its serious airtime.
Hero is easily, like, one of my favorite classes from the original GBA titles because, gosh darn it, the consistency with that unit is insanely good.
That's the Proto-Ike.
Pretty much. You did exactly what we needed you to do, Franz. You held the line. Now we're hoping that Ross and Gilliam can hold the one down there. Knock on wood. Here we go.
Yeah, these 13 turns kind of flew by for me.
Oh boy. Ross is getting a little bit happy. Or a little trigger happy.
Okay, miss. Good.
Okay. Good. Now, someone attack Gilliam.
Yeah, Ross is getting kind of low on health, so...
You'd better not die. Ha! No way!
Thank
Look
you,
at that!
Riev. Thank
Look
you,
at that!
Riev, you dumb idiot.
Oh my god, yes! We did it! I think we got it!
Yep. Game, set, match.
Hell yeah! Oh!
So really, like, after, like, 13 turns, they all, like, they're pouring into the throne room, and then they all go, like, we're tired. Let's leave.
Behold, victory is ours! Yes, we did it. Somehow. I wonder if everyone else is okay. Erica, did you find your answer? Yes. Thank you, La Rochelle. Your words guided me. My words? It was nothing. Come, we should find the sacred stone. If anything were to happen to it... La Rochelle, your face is so flushed. Is anything amiss? No, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Is she shy?
Oh, man.
Was she embarrassed?
Are we queer-baiting Erica and Larshell?
I think it was less that, and
I could ship that.
I don't mind it too. I honestly, like, I actually kind of ship that. I will say though, I think it's mainly that like Larshell was so moved by the fact that she actually managed to influence someone. Like, she's very like
that would be the Occam's razor of it, yeah.
Yeah, like she's very over the top, very like, you know, showmanship type of thing. So to have someone actually take her seriously, she's like, oh my.
I guess because she praises herself a lot, but we don't see her receive a lot of praise from other people.
That's true.
She's kind of her own biggest fan.
She does get it a lot from Dozla.
Yeah, but that's
and as well as Pontifex Mansell, but you know. I'm holding it in my very hand, the Stone of Roston. Its glorious radiance suits my complexion, wouldn't you say?
This is it, the last one, the last remaining sacred stone.
It is. And the time to defeat the Demon King draws near. We should be leaving. We have to act before those creatures gain more momentum. Yes, we should make haste. The poison spreads. It's growing ever stronger.
Where?
Darkling Woods, where the Demon King fell.
I guess what happened was the sun started to rise and Riev decided he'd lost his advantage of attacking during the night, so he called everyone back. He's
like... And also, I think I recall earlier that more Knights of Roston were going to show up. So
right, yeah.
I think at that point they realized, hey, the castle's getting surrounded. So it's like, there's no way they can continue their assault.
Yeah. Larchel, must you leave so soon? You've only just returned, and you have to leave?
Uncle, defeating evil is the highest calling I can perform.
Of course, my dear. It is a divine calling, but...
You needn't worry, Uncle. After all, I'm not on my own. I have my friends.
I see. You've been blessed, Larchel. Blessed with many good friends.
I am indeed, Uncle. And they, in turn, are blessed with me. Farewell, Uncle. I shall return. Once evil has been vanquished, we'll all return safe and sound.
Hold on, not so fast now. I have something I wish to present to Princess Erica.
To me, Your Holiness?
Yes, Princess. I'd like you to accept this gift.
What is it? Oh, aren't those the sacred twins of Roston?
That's right, dear niece. These are the weapons of Saint Latona, most holy father of Roston. Here we have glorious Ivaldi, and its twin, the divine staff of Latona. I will also spare some funds to feed and arm your forces. After all, there's much that you must do before you leave these halls. Ivaldi, the ultimate version of light magic. I'm getting thrown off because I work in construction, and locally there is a contractor named Latona.
Really?
That lays concrete.
And the Latona staff. This has been a thing in other games as well, if I recall correctly. Unless I'm thinking different.
It's kind of... I mean, it's basically a,
Didn't we get something similar in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn?
Yeah, I don't think it was called Latona, but it was a similar kind of, like, perfect heal staff.
Yeah, so Latona is basically that. Restores HP as well as ally status, and this is a global heal. Only usable 3 times.
So they are the Blessed Latona's most sacred relics. Is this allowed?
I know the law, Larshel. The relics must never leave the temple, with the sole exception of the occasional ascension ceremony. But I think that, when the world needs saving, we can make the odd exception.
That's my uncle.
You will return them, of course, once you've finished your task. Princess Erica, I would have your oath on this.
Of course, you have my word. We shall return safely, and we shall restore your relics. Darkling Woods is home to naught but demons now. Indeed, I hear tell that none who enter its borders ever leave again. We have to stock up on supplies in town before we set out. Yes, we must be prepared as possible before we set out. I don't want to take any reckless chances with our lives.
Hoy!
And next time, we will take reckless chances with our lives.
I was gonna say, ignoring the reckless chance we took with our lives just now.
I mean, that was a defense chapter. They came to us.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just really, really glad Gilliam and Ross stepped up down at the south, because holy crap did they perform brilliantly.
Yeah.
Like, everyone performed to their absolute best in this chapter, and I'm really happy about that.
Latona was smiling down upon us.
It makes me really, really glad, because I remember, like, before we actually went into this chapter, we were stopped by that one skirmish in the south, and we were like, you know what, maybe now's a good time to grind up and resupply, and I'm so glad we did. Those torch staves made a difference.
Yeah, torch staves, chest keys, we didn't have those before we...
Yeah, and... Yeah, we needed to, like... John and I remember this chapter being tough, and we did a little bit of study beforehand, and I'm so glad we did. But on that note, thank you guys for joining us for Chapter 19 of Let's Play Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. I'm the Green Scorpion.
I'm the ComicFoil.
And in the next episode, Darkling Woods awaits.
We'll see you next time, man.
Oh, God.
Hope you got a good plan.